Hello everyone and welcome back to my kitchen. I'm Katie with John Henry's. Today I wanted to talk to you about some of our Freezer Meal Workshop bundles. We have had a lot of interest and a lot of questions. One of the questions I frequently get is, what do I get with the Freezer Meal Workshop bundle? And that's a great question. So not only do you get enough of meat to make the meals, which our butcher cuts fresh for you according to the recipes. We definitely welcome substitutions, but you also receive all of the Wild Tree spices, oils, sauces, different seasoning blends, a packet of different miscellaneous ingredients, maybe a couple tablespoons of soy sauce or some balsamic vinegar that you will need for a recipe, maybe some breadcrumbs or some basil or oregano. So those kind of things come in this little packet. Also get the benefit of all of these tried and true recipes from Wild Tree. Wild Tree has done an amazing job creating some recipes where they have tested them over and over and over again on stoves just like we have. They don't have any commercial equipment, only residential stoves, regular crock pots. I went to the factory and I was amazed to see the crock pot that I had just gotten 2 weeks ago on their shelf. I was like, wow, that's so cool. They actually are using the same crock pot that I use when they're testing out the meals. So that is really important. I think that's a huge thing. You will also receive the workstation instructions. This sheet right here is really important because this is how you will put your meals together. So whether you can't come to a physical workshop that we're hosting, or maybe you decide to host one in your home or a friend is hosting one, regardless of where you're putting the meals together, this sheet is imperative. This will tell you exactly what to put in each freezer bag. Not only do you get that, but once you have put all of the seasonings and vegetables and everything in your bags of meat, you will need to label them. These great labels come with every meal. You always get 2 sets, whether you're making 10 or 20 meals. And in here, you will find all of the directions on how to cook them. So you can pull it out and immediately have the directions of how you need to cook that night's meal, which is very handy. It's also really handy for husbands or wives who maybe aren't super familiar in the kitchen. Another thing are these beautiful full colored recipe cards. They're all on really nice sturdy cardstock, and they're gorgeous. They talk about what's in the freezer bag, what you need at the time of cooking, and also the cooking directions right there. It also lists some of the information that may be helpful for you, such as like calories, protein, all of those things, which are very beneficial. They also include a couple extra recipes that you can use the seasonings, spices, and oils for as well. One last thing is the Freezer Meal Workshop freezer inventory sheet. This is very helpful because it not only lists the type of or the name of the meal here, it lists the cooking method, cooking time, and serving suggestions. This is very helpful. I usually have this stuck on my freezer, or I also have like a meal planning binder that I love putting this in, so that way I can check off when I've made the meal. Also, I like to write any notes like, oh my gosh, this one is a family favorite, make sure I make this one again, or whatever kind of things that are helpful for your family. Maybe you make a Cajun pork roast and you find it to be a bit too spicy. You can put, make with less spice, or any kind of notes like that. This is super helpful for you. Well, that's all for today. Thank you so much for supporting our farm.